Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of Wrong Side Simulations. Bringing the best content from the wrong side of the airplane, the right seat. And as always, my name is Blake, and I am a real-world flight dispatcher. I'm going to bring you a little more context to your flight sim viewing experience. And tonight, I am going to attempt, again, to conquer the A300. Got a couple beers, because I'm probably going to need it to be able to deal with this fucking airplane. I just got bad luck with the fucking A300, A310. Does not like me. But tonight, we're gonna try. Got home from work. I was like, you know what? I wanna fly. Get a little stream in. And see if we can't conquer this fucking thing. So, as always, before we get into it, huge shout out to all of our channel members: Pilot, Porter, Dustin, D-Champ, Cali Simmer, Ford Contour, Hill, Billy Gypsy, Zach, Hamilton, Bravo, Charlie, Gab, Zolt, Skyfall, Wes, Jose, Andrew, Brett, Captain Shack, Chase, Shadow, Dark, Seth, R, David, Isaac, Image Seeker, Zach, Win it, Marco, I think my phone's going off, where's my watch? Everybody, all the morning shifters, dispatchers signing in right now, and I get every team's message on my watch. Anyways, Josh, Sioux Falls, Leonardus, Brandon, AJJ, Captain Nate, Sean, Rose, Sato, Sim Freak, New Boy, C Gaming, FO Pilot Depth, Squiggly, Andy Ivan, Kieran, Kivo, VR Sim Pilot, Micah Messer, Flight Hungry, G-Man Dukes, the DA204, Cam MD80, J Foot, Igor, Ben McClements, and Ron Lee. Huge shout out to all of the channel members for the continued support. As always, y'all are fucking dope, badasses, and I love you. Now, to the shots here on this very, very early morning wrong side red-eye. We got AJJ in the house. What is going to do? Let's go. Great to see you, man. Pilot red-eye. Oh, it's today. Nice. Yes, sir. Great to see you. Great to see you. The one and only Marco. How you doing, dude? Great to see you. I'd imagine we're not going to have too many people in the chat tonight, being it's, you know, fucking 3:15 in the morning. We got Liam Arnold. What's going on, dude? Great to see you. Yo, welcome, welcome. So part of me wants to fly, another part of me just wants to lay here and enjoy the stream. Well, I'm sure there's going to be plenty of comedy to watch on tonight's stream, but I'm glad you are here. Saying, to be honest, just got some red-eye and chill tonight. There we go. Good morning and evening, guys. Let's go. Good morning, Marco. Good to see you, dude. This is not Boeing. You don't need to check the rudder section. It's fine. Right? We got our mechanic out here servicing our APU, and we're also having our engine serviced. I don't want any bullshit happening on this flight. So that's actually what's happening right now. There is service being pulled on this airplane. You can service the hydraulics, you can service the engines, you can service the APU, you can change your brakes, you can change your tires. You might wonder, why was I circling my camera around? Look at that. All the service is done. The engine cowling on number 1 engine is closed up, as well as the APU. And now we're just waiting on the engine 2 cowling. And we'll know the service is complete. But I was circling the tires because in this airplane, even though I haven't really been flying, I haven't flown this since the last time I tried to stream it. In this airplane, the tires do show physical wear all the way down to the cord. So always make sure to do an actual walk around when I fly this airplane. We've got a solid 1 hour and 48 minutes en route, so I'm gonna get this thing going, and we'll have plenty of time to chat and hang out. Got a pretty long, extremely long day coming up tomorrow. Gotta be at work at 3 p.m. and I won't leave work until, if everything goes according to plan with my delivery, I won't leave work until 9 a.m. the next morning, and then be back at 3 p.m. Yeah. So I want to get this thing going so we can land, so I can get some sleep before unbelievably long day tomorrow. Tomorrow is my first delivery flight of the year, and it is the first delivery where I am the sole owner of the project, and I'm a little bit nervous about it. It's going to directly reflect me in the eyes of the chiefs, as well as my boss and all that kind of stuff. So, can't talk. Damn, any builds ain't joking around. They sure ain't. Hope they put this much detail into their 350. So, all right, let's get to it. Might take me a minute to get this airplane going because, you know, I don't know the most about it. Now that they are done with loading up the airplane, we're going to shut the main cargo bin door, and we can also kill the lights in here since nobody's going to be in here, and we'll come take our seats in the flight deck. Okay, let's see if I can remember how to do this shit. Let's go put these suckers into nav. So that's on auto. Turn those on. Oh wait, no, we can't. That's the aviators have not aligned. Any ice off, nav logo lights on. Cool. Fuel pumps to stay off for now. Oh, heats. Window heat. Emergency lights. Oh, it's already getting cold. We've already boarded or loaded up the airplane. Holy shit. Oh, they're fucking mines. Engine 2 service, 56 minutes. I think not. Why can't it finish now? Dude, I swear to God. You know, lost your fucking mind. Thank you. That shit, sitting here for a fucking hour. Lost your mind. Alright, so I guess before we jump into the FMS shit, and we'll let everything get aligned, we'll do our the new thing that we've been doing. Dude, what time zone am I in? I am Eastern time zone, East Coast. I'm in Orlando, Florida. It's 3:19 in the morning. I just got off of work at 1 a.m. So yeah, we got the Mad. I flew the Mad Dog not long ago. My wife can only complain about me streaming since I woke up to take my mom to the airport. So gotcha. Actually, I do have a Discord message in regards to Mad Dog and so forth. Alright, so let's quickly cover our flight plan. Alright, so we are FedEx flight. Flight 1004, leaving Indy, headed to Portland, Maine. Due to be out here at 0830 Zulu. Let's see if that actually happens or not. It's supposed to be on it. I got to change the settings. Supposed to be on at 1042 Zulu. We have no MELs, no dispatch remarks. We're flying CI-99. But our total mileage 773 nautical miles with a tailwind of 9 knots. Burning $128 for every 1,000 pounds of gas. We're going to be cruising at flight level 350, temperature of minus 54. Triple pause is up there at 32,700 feet. Zero fuel weight is 259 with a max of 286.6, so that checks out. Takeoff weight's 304.5 with a max of 329.2, so that checks out as well. And our landing weights are also good. We're starting off runway 5, and land runway 11. It's going to be, it's going to be 1 hour 48 minutes, wheels down, burning 20,550 pounds of gas. 45 in reserve is on there. We got an alternate JFK, a 9,400 pound burn, 53 minutes en route to our alternate if we need to go there. There is a lot of winter weather in Portland, which is why I chose that airport. Our contingency fuel of 35 minutes goes up to 6,600 pounds of gas with a min takeoff fuel of 43.5. Then we got our 10 minutes of company policy extra fuel. Taxi fuel, 1,200 pounds of gas, gives us a total block of 46.7. If we land without burning any extra gas, it's going to be touching down in Portland with 25,000 pounds of gas. Let's see. Our route today is going to be the Mero 5 VDOC Direct Sela Q29 JHW Q84 Cam CDOL. And let's check our weather. So again, supposed to be out at 8:30, on at 10:42. Alright, so our weather at time of departure is here. Weather's fine. Wind still 30 at 9. Bearing 6 actual miles. Overcast at 1,500. Our weather at ETA 10:42 Zulu. We're going to be in this top line here. Wind 020 at 11. 2 statute miles. Light snow. Mist scattered at 300. Overcast at 800. Alright, so now to determine what time we would get to our alternate. So we get to our destination at 10:42, plus we have 35. We got 35 minutes of anyways, 35 minutes of contingency fuel plus our 10 minutes of basic extra comes up to be 45 minutes, right? Plus the 53 minutes to get to the alternate. So that's 53, 63, 73, 98. That's how much that fucking is. It's in. Fuck it, we're just gonna say, play with math. 1215Z. Alright, so JFK, we will be in this line here at our ETA. Little gusty winds, break 600 miles, overcast 1,500, not bad. So if we needed to go to JFK, that's what we'd be looking at. Now, prep the fucking airplane. Nets, I guess. not like the 320 one. Okay, fuck it. Alright, so Annette, we are flying from Indy, headed to Portland. Our alternate is JFK. Cost index 99, cruising altitude 4350. Flight ID, we are FEDEX 1004. Let's see, again, our, oh wait, that's right, you can see. Temperature up there at our top of climb is -54. Oh yeah, this never fucking works. With a triple pause of 32.7. What? Oh wow, it actually took. Never mind. That must have been a bug the last time I did it then. Sweet. Cruise winds 230 at 47. Go. Next page, we'll come back to that. Flight plan in. Indy. Sid. Departing off 5 right. On the Mero 5 departure. VDOT transitions. Fucking the foot spots. Really annoying. Insert that. Alright, I've never done airways for this before. Yeah, I want to go direct Celia. Alright, cool. So flight plan, Celia. Next page. Celia airway. Ah, nice. It already knows what airways are offered that fits. Q29. JHW. That's pretty cool. JHW Q84. To Cam. And then at Cam. Can't scroll backwards. Portland Star Sea Dog 4. Cam ILS 11. On ILS 11. On south. Say none. Yes, you cannot. Fucking climber. We need south. We don't want that one. Departing on a heading, then direct to our first fix. Everything lines up. Now we go back to inits. Next page. So our block fuel is 46.7. Got airplane. Yes, we do. Plan 0 fuel weight is 258.9. It's pretty much 259. What is weight balance showing? A little bit heavier, just a tad. 260.4. Fuel weight CG 29.9. Alright, so I put the fuels in. So our taxi fuel down here at the bottom, 1,200 pounds of gas. Shoot from the hip on the taxi fuel because I don't know what kind of calories it burns. Can we zero that out yet? Oh, I hate that we cannot zero that out. So annoying. That's taking fuel away that I need. Route reserve is only for flat fuel policy. Let's see, 9.4 on the alternate burn. Then our reserve fuel is 6.9, 45 minutes, however this thing takes it. Says max flight level 350, which is fine because that's what we're cruising at. Although it might put us a little bit into coffin corner, so if it does, we'll stop it there. I like that. So take off. Calculator shit. We're gonna be off 5 rights. New 46, 46. Start the APU. And then V2 is 150. Now this time, unlike last time, I used my Bravo throttle. This time I'm using my Airbus throttle. Supposedly there's a bug with the Bravo throttle. And if you like change the speed with the Bravo throttle, the engines become unresponsive. That's why we're doing that. Let's see. 0.1. 58. Flex TO. Cool. For our SID. Annapolis, 5,000. KUXIU. Runway heading 050. Scrolling on this airplane sucks. Back up ILS if we need it to be 111.15. We'll leave it on 10 so we're not drawing we're drawing ILS frequency unless we need it. But if I would lose an engine and have to come back, I just need to look that up. That's in there. Okay, we need like elevation and shit. I can't remember exactly. think that's all good. Doors are closed. CPU is on. Turn that off. It scares me every time. Turn the bleed on. So I think I did something wrong. Ground equipment. Alright, shit. We'll unlock all the doors. Hey, so fly-by-wire for the win. One little note on that, because I did the same thing with some of my company aircraft. I built their profile into SimBrief. The only issue you're going to have is it's not going to match the basic operating weights, any of the weights of the airplane in the sim. So your burns won't be as accurate and that kind of stuff. Plus, have any IEs right now either. But, I don't know why I can't talk tonight. I'm halfway through my first beer. It's not like I'm drunk or anything. 3019 on the Tinder. Use that. Alright. Quick little departure brief. Ladies and gents. So we're over here on the FEDEX ramp. We'll push back nose to the right, start up 2-engine taxi, go down to 0.5, take delta, all the way down to 5 right. No hot spots when it's across, weather's no factor, terrain is no factor. Your right seat takeoff, aircraft types A300, 600 for tow strike avoidance, no MELs, no CDLs, everything's freshly serviced. Engine fail procedure, we'll fly runway heading, speed up, clean up, sort out the issue, turn around, come back. We got the ILS mostly pre-tuned. We'll come back to runway 5 right. If we do come back, we'll be under max landing weights. We'll be departing on the Mario 5 departure, top altitude 5,000 feet, standard abort procedures, all that good stuff. I don't have a checklist for this airplane. If I did, actually I think there's one in the FV, right? Let's just take a look at it, if it's there. Maybe it's not. Maybe I'm thinking of a different airplane. Can't remember. Checklist. Okay, cool. Let's try it. Let's give it a shot. Before start checklist, cockpit preps complete. Fuel. We require a gate fuel of 46.7. We got 46.7 on board. Takeoff data is set. Landing elevation, I don't know where to set that at. I don't know. Don't care. Altimeters 3019 set. Brake and a skid. Is normal. No, I've seen that before. Windows are closed. Beacon is on. Park and brake is set. Before start checklist is complete. Alright, boys and girls. Let's go and get out. Sorry. Do you want the icing? No.
Due to icing conditions, please stand by for engine start. Until push is completed,
It's
brakes
loud.
are set.
Josh, what's going on, dude? Great to see you, my friend. I had a feeling I'd be seeing you tonight because I know you're a night guy like I am.
Hello, Captain. We are ready for pushback.
Sounds good, guys. Let's pull these on tops.
Departure checks completed. Bypass pin inserted. Locking gear.
Nose. Right. Brakes release, beacons on, clear push. Alright guys, let's try conquer this fucking airplane. And hey, what's going on, man? Great to see you. The elevation knob is just above the flex temperature. Aha, look at you, old son. Look at you. It's gonna be, it's like 76 feet, so we're gonna do that. 100. This fucking thing's still pulled up. Everything's closed. I released the brakes. Oh no, I didn't.
Commencing push. Due to icing conditions, please stand by for engine start until push is completed and brakes are set.
Alright, let's give this a shot. Ignition channel A, and we'll start one. Some good beer. So I've recently, thanks to my parents came in town. We went to Hot Pot one night, and they didn't really have any beers that I liked. My parents got Michelob Ultra, but with a lime. I was like, no, let me get that. I'm not much of a light beer drinker. I usually like IPAs, like double IPAs, very hoppy, lots of flavor, lots of alcohol, like APV or whatever. It's just pretty good. If it's like a really cold beer in a frosted mug with a lime, god dog, it is refreshing. I got one over there by the window. It's like 44 degrees outside, so I'm trying to keep it a little bit cold. Probably run that. Swirl number 2. Ultra is a girly beer. I agree. I do agree. I used to give my parents shit. So much shit about it. And my dad shit. And they mainly drink it because they're older and trying to, not trying to, they've actually been losing weight. But they like to drink. So it's kind of their way to, like, you know, have both. I need to be doing the same. But honestly, it's not even like it's not even a to get drunk kind of beer, obviously. It's just really like when it's hot outside, it was 80 something degrees here the past couple days. Again, cold ass beer in a cold ass mug with a lime in it, cold ass pickle, it's fucking refreshing. Drink that shit like water. I must say, I'm guessing that was a good start. It sounds good and stuff, so. Here we go. Alright, let's shut this shit up. And do that, I guess. I'm using my Airbus throttle, so, you know, it was down 0.1. There. Brake max. Yes. Alright, I guess we're good. I don't know much of shit on this airplane. Let's do wings for shits and gigs. Check, pressure 0. I'm gonna kill these lights real quick, guys, so I can see better. Of that airplane, that's very close. Right from spot 5. Right, we are running live traffic, so we do have to be on the lookout for traffic. We're early. We're doing good. Let's do a flight controls check. I guess, I don't know. I need to check the rubbers and shit. We got roll over there. There we go. Full up, full down, neutral, full left, full right, neutral, rudder, full left, full right, neutral, flight controls checks complete. Our main brief, our gross weight is 306.7, flaps 15, slats 15, or whatever the fuck. No, it's no 15, 15. after that. Fuel on board is 46.3. B1 is 146. B2 is 150. Top altitude is 5,000 feet. 5,000 is blue, and our first fix is Rio. Mini brief is complete. Alright guys, so question for y'all. For example, in the Airbus, you know, like as soon as you go click, you go into the flex or the toga detent, auto thrust automatically kicks on and it's controlling the thrust. The 7.3, you know, you hit the toga button and it takes over. How do you do that in this airplane? I don't know. Got to do the after start, but pitch trim is set, rudder trim 0, I guess. Oh, really? Spoilers on. Slats, flaps, 15 ECM status. Say it's checked. Anti-ice is off. Hand signal received. Before takeoff, flight controls checked. Flight admission checked. Briefings confirmed. V1, VRB2, flex temp. 46, 50 with a flex temp of 58. Slats, flaps, 15 again. TO config. Oh yeah, I didn't be able to see that. Where is it at? Normal. Transponder. Let's get that into TARA. Auto brake max ignition is off. And if I remember correctly, these landing lights take forever to extend. So we'll go ahead and extend those. Power that off, I think, right. I'm a fan of Grey Goose, Red Bulls, Party Like a Rock Star all night long. Shots of Patron, that MD-11 to the left. So does anybody know how to like properly take this thing off auto thrust? If not, it's okay. I just don't know. Clear down the runway, looks like we got a crosswind. Clear on the approach. The big thing I'm afraid of with these throttles is once you get about halfway up, they just like shoot full toga. I'm afraid if I have to ever manually use thrust, I'm gonna be fucked. Our thrust enable is the leftmost button on the captain's side. Not sure if it's replicated. So you're talking about the this button here, right? I just don't know if you press that before you, like, as you start your takeoff roll, or do you do that once you're airborne? I'm gonna do it once you're airborne. I've had success with that in the past, so we'll do it that way. Alright guys, wish me luck. This is probably gonna get ugly as fuck. And thrust. Speed heading, I don't know. 8 knots, they're set. We got a positive rate. You're up. Climb power. I'll preemptively spin this up. Auto thrust. Profile. Or not. Heading. $4,000 for $5,000. I guess it could be on profile because I'm not like on an LNAV intercept path. That makes sense. Flap 0. Slat 0. $250. Rio. Insert. Nav. Profile. Now we're rocking. Flying with my left hand, which is a little bit weird on this channel. Keep that altitude going up. Clicking ship without really knowing what it even does. This airplane is very lovely to hand fly. I will say that. I think I said it last time, and then the airplane bit me in the ass. Oh, it's 10,000 feet. It wasn't too shabby. I don't want to fuck it up though, so autopilot number 2. If we have some jump seaters in the back, turn that off for them. That's kind of fun. What'd y'all think? That wasn't half bad. That wasn't half bad at all. Time to grab my other beer. Oops. That controller. Hang on, guys. man, what a better way to hang out with y'all than to hang out with y'all on the stream and drink a beer. Know what I'm saying? I guess let's go to something relevant. Do that. There we go. Look at that one. Heading on out to Mario and then B-Dock. Fucking love this iPad mount. And I don't know if I have a view or anything good though. How's the sound? I turned Microsoft down because that shit's fucking loud. While we're en route, we'll have the sun up so we have shit to look at. Anyways. Press it before takeoff like a Boeing. Okay. So when you press it before takeoff like Boeing, is there some sort of a detent? Is there a way that the airplane knows that, like, hey, let's kick on, like, or is it just you hit it and it just like goes to flex? I'm a bit quiet. Got that right there. Or you can destroy it. I think that's what it is. As soon as I get it halfway up, probably just bang. It never matters if it is. So I can take a look at hardware, get the A300, and help explain why the flight plan looks like it does. Placeholder. Y'all can't hear me at all? That was hella weird. I don't know why. I had the sim sounds turned way down, and then somehow they went right back up. So sorry about that, guys. But yeah, so fly-by-wire for the win. I was reading your message. Can you take a look at FlightAware for JetBlue 891 and help explain why the flight plan looks like the way it does, or is it just placeholder? Probably a placeholder. It depends on how far out. Do I even have FlightAware? I don't use FlightAware a whole lot. Most of the time when I'm looking at stuff, it's already airborne. But I'll get it though. But we deal with this a lot with pilots where we haven't even planned nor filed the flight plan yet, the pilots will see the generic route that will typically show on FlightAware. It'll be going through weather or something like that, and they'll call me, "Hey, you got me routed through the weather." And I'm like, "Bro, I haven't even planned you yet. What are you talking about?" "Well, I checked FlightAware and the route's going through the weather." It's like, well, that's what you get for checking FlightAware. They'll plan your flight 2 hours in advance. It's 5 hours out. Haven't planned it yet, bro. Oh, okay. Well, just make sure you route me around the weather. The regulations say I have to, so I'm going to. Alerts. Well, this shit, fuck off. An airport FBO operator, aviation enthusiast, member of flight crew. Oh, no, I'm on. Fuck off. Alright. Flight hotel number. JBU 891. Scheduled in 2 hours and 6 minutes, so it's probably a placeholder. But that is at a minimum a CDR route. Now I don't know, when I say CDR, that's like ATC has a database of routes, and you can choose one. There are a couple of preferred routes. Typically though, for Tampa or Orlando coming from the Northeast, ATC is going to want them, let's see, so I can draw on this. Alright, so this thing's fucking annoying. Anyways, so typically Northeast to Central Florida, ATC is usually going to want them to come down that way, the inland route. Now, these routes out here, these are called the AR routes, for Atlantic routes. This route, or the Atlantic routes, typically get very saturated with traffic coming down into Fort Lauderdale, Miami area. So usually, 9 times out of 10, if you're going to Orlando, Tampa, Fort Myers, Sarasota, those places, ATC is going to want you coming down the inland route. Now, if you got a whole bunch of weather that's built up over here through Central Florida, cutting it off, then pretty much everybody's going to have to route the ARs. That's typically what it is. So now, give it a little bit of time. I say in the next 30 minutes to an hour, check again, and should be able to see their actual route once it's filed, usually. And then sometimes, even when the route is filed, it doesn't always show on FlightAware. So, more than likely it's a placeholder for now. This early in the morning, with this good of weather, like there's not much weather out there today. If it's real early morning departure, as this one is, they might be able to get away with being routed over the ARs. But most of the time, if this flight departed an hour later or later, then they would need to be on the inland. Hopefully that answers your question. My watch has Foreflight integration. I guess it's not paired up with that. want to see what my watch will do. Supposedly my watch has Foreflight integration, so I'm curious to see what that does. Anyways, actually, yep, some sensors still down. Cool. Readability 0, please. Noise set to death mode. Yeah, I'm sorry about that, guys. I had no idea. I don't know if like my mouse had stayed like clicked on it when I didn't know it, and it like drug it up to fucking max or what, but I turned it down previously. It had Prony at first waypoint via the ARs to Highbach down to Tampa. Gotcha. 2 hours, 7 minutes out. I'm going to use the FS Labs this morning. I think much as that pains me, it's more realistic. Plus the burn, yeah. Yeah, in a way, in some way, what ways do you think it's more, you might know or like recognize more than I have? But what about the FS Labs is more realistic to you? It's been forever since I flown the FS Labs. Fucking loved it though whenever I flew prepared. So a CDR like P8 Atlanta to Philly. Oh, there you go. Yeah, you'll definitely be on the ARs. Unless there's weather over the ARs, you'll be on them. Cannot stand the inlands. Last time I went Boston Lauderdale, they routed us Q75 Slojo Tiki E3. 415 when NKS went ARs and had. What time did Spirit depart in relation to you? Sometimes there's other reasons. If there's like a flow control area that's being implemented in North Florida, sometimes ATC will implement what's called the Azazu route out. To show you what that is, let's pull your flight back up. If I could overlay FARs, or the FIRs, FIRs, instead, let's do this. Okay, so the Azazu in Tampa. The Azazu is highly annoying, and what you were on kind of sounds, just based off of the length of time, sounds like the Azazu to me. I guess this one will do yellow. So coming out of the northeast, like the Azazu is going to do something to this effect, where it's going to come out here and rejoin the ARs. That's terrible. Those are terrible lines. But yeah, it comes way out, and it like it kind of joins up with like parallels the perimeter of the fur. And hell, sometimes you can even like, it might even, if the FCA goes away, they can route you back inland. And that shit would take forever. But usually, the Azazu is going to do something of that nature. It comes way out over the Atlantic, just on the edge of the boundary, and can add a lot of time. Yeah, so to your question, why an hour later, too much saturation? Precisely. Around that time, there's so much traffic volume up and down the East Coast corridor that they reduce some of that volume by putting some on the ARs and some on the inland. Trying to decide on Vaughn or Sheffield. Oh, don't do Sheffield. Do not do Sheffield. Do not at all. Do not do Sheffield. We can have a private conversation as to why, but do not do Sheffield. But did I tell you that my upcoming flights, there won't be any Airbus I fly on. It'll be a 737-800, and a 737-200, then a 757-300, and a CRJ-900. Nah, it didn't tell me that. But hey, at least you're on 7.5. Fucking love a 7.5. Straight to 140 knot headwind on Q75. That'll slow things down too. I got one for you. How do you mirror the iPad over plug-in for OBS? So actually, it is an application called A-Power. What's this shit called? A-Power Mirror. You install this on your PC and you install it on your iPad, and then you just like you would if you were going to mirror to a TV. You just select the app, and then it just mirrors it over to the PC. I think for OBS, I do the little iPad that you see on the screen. That is an overlay, and I put that around the mirror feed, so it looks like an iPad, like an EFB. That's how I did that. Image Seeker, what's going on, my friend? Great to see you, dude. Good morning to you. It's 4:20 for all you pot smokers out there. I can take an actual JetBlue release with idle/perf. My buddy Greg did all of the deliveries, and my dispatch buddy at JetBlue hooked us up with actual real-world OE. Oh, really? Nice. Very, very nice. So when you say release with idle perf, what are you talking about there? Is that like the perf factor? We were 0600, Spirit was 0545. Oh, wow. Yeah, dude, we can absolutely, we can chat over Discord about it. But yeah, you do not want to go to Sheffield. I'm not familiar with Vaughn, though, at all. Where are they located? I would highly suggest where I went. They definitely set you up for success. But I don't know anything about the Vaughn place. I was looking forward to checking out the 321, but things change, I guess. Yeah, I flew Delta's 321 Neo from LA to Orlando in first class, and it was pretty nice. It was pretty nice. I don't know if the first class is worth the price, though. Like, I flew for 2 hours on American twice. Two 2-hour-long flights on American in first class, and they gave me a meal. Then I flew, before that I flew on Delta. This was like a week before. I flew on Delta in first class on a 4.5-hour-long flight and didn't get a meal. But it was also a red-eye, so that might be a factor. Okay, yeah, see, the idle part I'm not really familiar with, but I am familiar with perf factor. A lot of times, not a lot of times, but sometimes, like the perf factor, the performance factor, basically like how hungry the engines are, that'll be one value on the release, but then the McDo will show a different value, which is not a big deal. Pilots send that to us, and we get the folks that manage our software to just go in and fix it to what the airplane is saying. Vaughn is a Tech Ops, Dispatch Engineering, All Aviation College, right across the street from LaGuardia. Actually have the tail my mom's flying on to go see my aunt. Hey, there you go. Cool. So that Vaughn place, if you were to do their dispatch program, how much does that cost? Well, yeah, we definitely need to talk, because I think I can probably point you in a better direction. Definitely a better direction than fucking Sheffield. I'm really looking forward to landing this airplane, because I don't know if I'm going to be any good at it. Got us some traffic around us. A lot more than Sheffield, plus my current job is all traveling. Sheffield has the online in-person piece. Okay, so does the school that I went to. You can do the ADX prep, and then when you pass your ADX, which is the same thing as the ATP written. Then after you pass that, you go to the school, do the last 2 weeks, which is all prepping for your oral and your practical with the FA examiner, doing like learning SID, stars, airways, high altitude, low altitude airway charts, 737-800 systems, how to apply MELs, CDLs. Why is the fuck are we flying over? Why are we frozen? I never ever freeze at high altitude unless we're loading an airport, which could be happening. Could be loading Cleveland. And we're still far from Cleveland. Shouldn't be loading shit. Oh, very nice, Marco. Just lost, or just got the 300. Give it a go later today. Good. Marco, do you fly the A310? Because if you do, this will come very natural. Doing my DC-9 737 performance now. Gotcha. So one big difference between the school that I went to compared to Sheffield. My school uses the 737-800, right, as like their airplane for the flight plans. So you'll learn some 7.3 systems: hydraulic, pneumatic, electrical, how engines work, stuff like that, right? Sheffield uses the 727. So which airplane would you rather learn? One that still flies a lot? One that no longer flies? One that's systems are at least modern enough for a 2-pilot crew compared to an airplane that still gotta have a fucking navigator? One school who continuously updates their program versus another school who clearly does not update their program. And I know that for a fact. I know some folks that just went through it. And also, would you rather go to a school that, if you're not doing well on your quizzes or your pre-tests and you're not ready to take an official test, which if you fail and you have to take it again, it costs you more money, that school won't let you take the test until you're ready. They know you're ready. Or would you rather go to a school who prides themselves on the fail rate, because in their eyes, a high fail rate means that they turn out the best dispatchers. When really it's just like, okay, so that tells me you just fucking fail people because they didn't cut the mustard the first time. Instead of setting them up for success and trying to help them pass, you just fucking fail them. So that's just my personal. Again, we can get even more into it, but that's the main meat and potatoes of Sheffield. That's just my personal opinion. I do have, like, I know people who've been there. I actually got a lot of my dispatchers have been there. Have some other insight in ways I can't really say on here, but we can talk about later. But yeah, fuck, no, don't even waste your time. I'll have to figure out a trip for a flight or two on a 777. I think United runs 777s from Chicago to Orlando. Pretty sure. I think I saw one today. I'm pretty sure I saw a 777 departing going to Chicago. And I've also seen them flying 777s from Houston to Orlando. It's on 777. There's only the 747, 78, and then Airbus A340, 350, and the 321neo on my bucket list. It's what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 airplanes. That's doable. Oh, and the 737-900 door plug seat. Hell yeah, brother! Ready for the roller coaster. Ready for the wind tunnel. I think I've flown the A310 once. Yeah, I flew it, I think, 1.5 times, same as this one. I had a successful flight my very first time. When this airplane came out, I bought it. I flew Orlando to Lauderdale, no problem. Start the fucking stream, and then engines became no longer reactive. This seems reasonable for this Tampa flight with Prony in the flight attendant placeholder. What's when you say FA? Because I've seen FA mean a few different things. Usually in my world it means flight attendant. SOC 7, SOC Q170, 167, right? CB Metro, Yankee 289. Baja Habeck Days 1. Yep, that sounds like the ARs. So that the dispatcher has filed the flight plan. If it is, oh wait, I don't want this shit no more. Okay, so yeah. Maybe they haven't planned it. Maybe they have, maybe they haven't. Yeah, that is the ARs. That Yankee 289 is the AR portion. Yeah, we'll see what happens. I'm sure we'll still be on. Maybe. Well, maybe not. By the time this plane leaves. I hope not. 6:15. Shit, I need to be asleep by then. A lot of it too just depends on the dispatcher and. I'm trying to think if I have any software that's. There's our payload for today. A couple jet engines. Oh, you know something I didn't do? I don't know if I know this. For those of you who don't, this airplane has a working weather radar. Working-ish. Tilt don't work, but it'll show you some stuff. Alright. We have a prog page. max 36. Okay, cool. So let's try 35. I'm gonna do KPWM 11. See if that works. 496 miles to go. You know, wish we had like wing views and shit, but we don't because it's a freighter. Other than manually making some. Recently I've been on 318s and 319s. Who in the hell, what airline have you flown on that's got 318s? Unless you've been in the UK on British Airways, I don't think anybody else flies 318s. And they're like, they don't even make them anymore. They ain't made them in a while, I believe. The Sheffield app is convenient while I'm on the road. So there's also an app I can point you to. What's the name of that app, by the way? But there's one you can use for my dispatch school called ATP Prepware. They got any and everything on there you can imagine, from dispatch, whether it's Part 91, Part 135, Part 121, any other type of fucking dispatch that might be out there. They got rotary, they've got shit, what else is on there? All your different pilot ratings, like all sorts of shit, all on the same app. Jesus Christ, you paid $50 fucking dollars? The one I'm talking about don't cost nothing like that, I don't believe. Look at that. Top left, 10 bucks. 10 fucking dollars. And it's probably, it has to be the same content, the same material, because the FAA, like they have certain requirements, and the ADX test that you're going to be taking is the same. It's the same questions no matter what dispatch school you go to, no matter what testing facility you go to, all that kind of stuff, right? So, like, you can't go wrong with this. I have it on Android. That's how I originally bought it, so I don't have it here. But yeah, this thing has every bit of the 1,500 questions that your random 75 question test is going to be pulled from, that you will take. So, airline pilot prepware. That's what you'll want. Yeah, that's kind of cool. Pilot Redeye said, "Good stream tonight, man. I'ma go dip, catch some Z's, butter landings to you, broski." Man, I appreciate it. I hope you sleep well. Thanks for coming to hang out on this Redeye, my Redeye friend. And I'll see you on the next one. Probably already gone, but you know. Let's see, back in the day, I've flown the MD-80, 727, DC-10, and the MD-97. Oh, okay. You've been in some birds. I've flown the MD-80, I've been on the MD-90, I've been on the 7-1. I've never been on a 7-2 nor the DC-10. I could fly on a DC-10 if I guess wanted to. I could go jump seat on FEDEX. As long as it has a cockpit door. They got a weird policy. Ever since that dude in the 90s, the FedEx employee, attacked the two pilots trying to commit suicide, trying to kill him with a hatchet, they changed their policy to where other airline jump seaters can only jump seat if there is a cockpit door, because not all of their airplanes have a cockpit door. Which to me is fucking stupid, because had that policy been in place back then, it wouldn't have stopped shit, because it was a FedEx employee. So whether it was door or no door, he still had access, he still did what he did. The policy's about as effective as a fucking pew pew free zone sign. So yeah, so because of that, other airline pilots and dispatchers can only jump seat on the airplane if there's a cockpit door. It's fucking stupid. To be honest, I love supporting devs that release good products with a lot of features at a good price point. Agreed? Same. I do too. Use the flight keys now? Yeah, I was aware of that. I went to, myself and my director, we went out to Dallas and attended the flight keys conference with all the other airlines. JetBlue was there. Spoke with their managers. We weren't very impressed. The people who make flight keys also make what we have now, and it just seems like the same thing but repackaged into a different user interface. Maybe it has a few newer capabilities, but ultimately it's the same people that made what we have. And then so once they made it and then got it to a stable product, then they sold it to Sabre, and then Sabre got bought out by CAE. And we were also kind of afraid that they're just going to do that shit again. They're going to be like, alright, cool, like we made this and it works pretty good now, so now we're just going to sell it, and now you're going to have to go deal with some other big ass company that's going to charge $150,000 fucking dollars for us to click a button to turn something on. So we're like, whatever, we'll just stick with what we got. We'll trade off streams. You'll land and I'll take off. Probably. Well, shit, same as the ATP. Yeah, man. Anything dispatch, dude, just come holler at me. Shoot me a DM. It's crazy. They should be allowed to have. Yeah, I mean, there's pilots out there called FFDOs, Federal Firearm Defense. I can't remember what it stands for, but anyways, it's basically a pilot that carries a gun. I've flown with a bunch of them. That's always usually one of the first things they tell me whenever I come in the cockpit. They're like, just let you know, I'm carrying, okay? So you know, shit goes down, bro. You better be ducking, cause you're right in front of the cockpit door. I don't want to put two in your head by accident. They don't talk like that. So far, my watch ain't done shit. With Foreflight. Let's see if I go to menu. Foreflight. Local weather, favorite airports, nearby airports. Okay, so you can just type in an airport code and check the METAR on your watch, or it can detect where I'm at and pull from the nearest airport, which is X-Ray 04, And so as of right now, damn, that's cool. Shows frequencies, weather, runways, NOTAMs. Interesting. So right now it is 47 degrees Fahrenheit, 41 on the dew point, 8 knot winds, 10 statute miles, no ceilings, VFR. Fuck, even shows you the TAF. I'll be damned. 310.11, greater than 6 statute miles, skies clear. It's gonna be windy today. 330 at 10, gust 18. That's cool. Fuck, I didn't know my watch did that. Wasn't worth connecting my phone. As you can see, we are going to be coming into an area of frozen precipes. We'll make sure we have that engine anti-ice on during the descent. So we go through those clouds. See what our current weather is doing. Oh hell yeah! This is why I picked this airport, just to fly into shit visibility. But yeah, wind 020 at 8 knots, 1 statute mile, light snow, mist, scattered 800, overcast 1200, temperatures -1, dew point -1, altimeters 2969, remarks none. That I care about. The TAF at our ETA. 020 at 11, gusting 18, 2 statute miles, light snow, mist, broken 800, overcast 1200. Got a tempo between 9 and 10. We're getting there. We got off the ground a little early, so we're still gonna be outside of this tempo. But for the tempo, it's 1 statute mile, light snow. Runway 11, 7,200 feet long. That's kind of short for an airplane this big. 2 knot headwind, 8 knot crosswind. It's good times. (1836) closed. Cool. Everything's marginal or IFR below us. It's probably because of them clouds. I can just see it now. Left my ass off. The shit hitting the fan and the look on your face just before you start ducking. Yeah, I'll be hitting that little twist on my fucking seatbelt. Lean forward, pop the shoulder harness off, and just go whoop. Be crawling under my fucking jump seat. See, I wouldn't want to retract my jump seat because that's another barrier in front, you know, for the high jacker. I was debating whether I should say that around on YouTube, but it's another barrier that's in the way. Where's JHW? There's Cam. Shit, right behind us. So it's gonna be all deal Q84. Direct. Pow. Make that little compass rose on the Wait a minute, did we even climb? Yeah, it says 35. Okay, I'm making sure. Dude, I'm telling you, man, I fucking, God, I love this mount. I can put this thing where I want. It's just a nav. Raise it up. Put it in front of y'all so y'all can't see me. I'll tell you, I have dove headfirst into the Apple world. It all started with my iPad. Oops. Get back here. But got me the iPad. Was fucking loving it. I even put a little skin on it. A little topography there. So then I was like, well, I'm gonna give me a good mount for my iPad. So I got this little pen, you know, I can draw and shit for y'all. Put the skin on my little keyboard as well. And then I was like, well, you know, I'm digging this enough. I might as well try out an iPhone. I've been an Android user my entire life. So I went to the store, got me an iPhone. I got a custom case that's being made for it. Western cowboy floral shit with my initials on it. And they even got the Ultra 2 watch. So I'm just gonna go after it, man. I'm just gonna dive in head first on it. So far I'm digging it. Shit viz at nighttime. Like the thumbnail said, you know. A300 conquered? It's a question yet to be answered. We're gonna find out the hard way. Should have an electrified door or doorknobs on the cockpit doors. Dude, go for it. As long as it can be de-electrified from the cockpit, so the pilots can come in and out for, you know, poo-poo breaks. Fucking do it, dude. D-Jam, my man. I think this is the most you've ever said in the chat. It's like the longest statement I've ever seen. I woke up to take a whiz, and now I can't go back to sleep. Guess who the hell is on? Toga! I fucking love it. Love it. Best message of the night, I think. I don't know. There's been some pretty good ones. That's awesome, dude. I hate that, though. I hate it when you, like, it happens to me all the time. Especially if I go to bed at, like, 11 o'clock at night. Inevitably, I'm going to wake up at 2. And then I'm not going to be able to go back to sleep. And usually it's because I got to take a piss. So, I feel you, dude. Happened to me the other night. That's the whole reason, or last night. Whatever night it was. When I did the takeoff alternate video. That was the whole reason, because I couldn't go back to sleep. You're going to love Apple life. I think so. I'm not going fucking MacBook though. You can't pay me to go MacBook. Not a fucking chance. Not a chance. Especially everything I do at work is Windows. But other than that, I think like my next device, I don't know what the fuck I'd use it for. Not when I got an iPhone and a 12.9 inch iPad Pro. But iPad mini, like I kind of like the form factor on that thing. It's a good little size, you know what I'm saying? John Martin, my man, what is going on? Same here, guess who is on? Dude, it's great to see you. Thanks for coming to hang out. Hope you're having a lovely morning. Hopefully y'all can go back to sleep. I mean, I do enjoy your company, but at the same time, sleep's very important. Like I was telling everybody earlier in the stream, tomorrow, well, I guess today, is going to be a long fucking day for me. Going to work at 3 o'clock. I have my first delivery flight of the year tonight. Airplane's coming over from Hamburg, Germany via Nextlevel, where it's going to go to Detroit for induction to get seats installed and all that kind of stuff. That's departing Hamburg at 3 a.m. The process for it, I got some pre-flight stuff to do. Early in my work day, I got to have a conference call with the 2 chiefs that are flying, just to kind of chat, because there's been some volcanic activity in Keflavik, although there's no volcanic ash. You know, just kind of touch base, check over the weather together, so they can voice any concerns. I can voice concerns, whatever, get on the same page. But basically, I'm gonna get to work at 3 p.m., leave work at 9 a.m., turn around and come back at 15 or at 3 o'clock. Gonna be a long day. That's why I'm drinking the beer. I can relax now. I even have the sticker still on one of the limes in my beer. Two beers was not nearly enough for this stream. You won't need to go MacBook since you already have the iPad Pro. That was my plan. And a lot of times, if y'all follow me on Instagram, a lot of the work that I do is on Instagram or on the iPad. Got this handy dandy little app called Adobe Express. It's also the same thing as how I make my my thumbnails. The only thing that sucks is the PC stuff that I do doesn't carry over to the mobile version yet. But yeah, I do some of the stuff on here. So yeah, you can go in there and you can like do all kinds of fiddly diddlies and diddly doos and shit. Not as much capability as the PC version. Also, like there's a lot of files, like my overlays and shit. You gotta have it on the iPad. But anyways, point being, a lot of the video editing as well as picture editing I do on here. And I got this for that reason. So I wanted to be able to make more content for y'all, whether it's pre-recorded pictures, whatever the case. And the girlfriend very often wants me, you know, like in bed with her. She sleeps better when I'm there, whatever the fuck. So it's like, alright, well, I'm gonna go buy this thing so that I can lay in bed and produce content. So here we go. Still got the same route thus far. Hour 18 minutes from departure time. The flight plan should definitely be filed by now. Ho 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 ho! Merry Christmas. Check that out. Let's see, does this thing show the routes? Yeah, look at you. I mean, you saw it. I saw your message there shortly before mine, but I didn't read your message yet. So basically, we saw it at the same time. But yep, told you. Inland. Pat 7, Pats, Neely, BizX, Q75. Yep. View route and Foreflights. Oh, that's cool. That's fucking neat. It's got like just straight up imports the fucking route. Dope. Super dope. Didn't know it could do that. That's pretty cool. That's not where we're going. Clear. Oh shit, we're not going to Boston, damn it. We're going that direction. Pow to the pow pow. See what else is worth looking at. Little street map. Now we'll do aerial. Traffic. Let's get rid of, for the time being, flight category. Don't need lightning either. Where's the traffic though? My damn PSXT app has been dying lately. I think, I know it works on VATSIM, but I think that when this injects the traffic, we should see it on Foreflight as well. There it goes. Bring this over here so I can keep an eye on you. Start seeing if we can see any traffic pop up. That'd be pretty cool. I'm an Apple guy except for the sim. Yeah, I think I'm turning that same direction. Planned. Uh-oh. But dude, give you some credit. The fact that you know that planning a 321 at flight level 380 is not the best idea impresses me. Because that's something that you'll learn really quick if you ever dispatch at an Airbus carrier that operates 321. Is that most pilots are going to be like, "Yo, you got me planned at 380. We're probably not going to make it up there, or we're going to have to step climb. Da da da. Kind of puts us in the bind. Can we not?" In fact, whenever I was training dispatchers, I would always train them if it's a 321, just don't. And there's two reasons for that. One, because, well, for those who don't know, the 321 has the same wing as the 320. So it does struggle to get up to 38,000 feet if it's like full boat or relatively full or a lot of gas kind of thing. So what I would train is I would teach dispatchers to plan at the highest 36,000, 37,000 feet on our OFPs, and it might even do it on this one. So those descent winds. Maybe not. So on our OFPs, it has on page 4, it has an area that will show you 2,000 feet lower than what's planned, 4,000 feet lower than what's planned, and then also 2,000 feet higher, 4,000 feet higher, right? So it's skipping those the opposite direction altitudes. So the reason why I tell them is like plan 36,000 feet, because if they want 38,000 feet, it's the burn for 38,000 is already on the OFP. They can look at it. If they can make the weight, and McDo tells them like, you can do it. Cool, bro, go do it. Because it's not until more than 4,000 feet up or down that an amendment is required. So go to 38. I don't give a shit. You don't even have to tell me about it. Now, if you have them filed at like say 32,000 feet and they go to 38, well now we have to amend that because they climbed more than 4,000 feet higher. But if it's at 4,000 feet up or down or less, then they don't even have to tell us. We don't have to run numbers. We don't have to amend. We don't have to do anything. So 321s, 36,000 feet. They can climb if they want to. Good on you for knowing that. I like it. So get the dispatch license. When you get your dispatch license, you're trying to go to JetBlue. Search for flight in Foreflight. Like close that out, then put JBU 891 in the search bar. There it is. Check it, check it. It's good to know. Next time I do a fam ride, or if I just go jump seat on someone random, I'll do that. Now I gotta go put my shit back. shit, man, my girlfriend's about to get up. Fucking earphone. You streaming it there in the moment? Yes. Fuck off. Man, I tell you, you got the aviation bug bad. I've done similar, but I don't think I've ever listened to ATC. I have a couple of monster PCs I built, but they ain't nothing compared to Blake's PC. I do have an M1 MacBook Air that travels with me. Gotcha. Yeah, it's I guess it's a beastie PC until NVIDIA comes out with the 50 series, and it ain't beastie no more. So I have to go make it beastie again. I figured it's a light flight. Yeah, it's very possible. Coffee Corner, what do you think, Blake? Plan it like they have it with lighter weights, like 120 passengers. Yeah. Shit, on our 321s, we can do like 228 on the COs, 235 on the COs. You can go heavier than that. You could probably do like, well, depends on the basic operating weight and how many seats and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, 120, 140, I guess on a non like fucking densely packed airplane. Also, no alternate required due to Taft being gusty and skies clear. Is there any precip? Where you flying to again? Is there any precip forecast? We got gusty winds and precip. Could be a precursor to some low-level wind shear, something to consider, maybe. But I mean, looking at the weather radar, probably ain't much of shit going on. 110% JetBlue, got some pilots, ADX lobbying for me. There you go. Very nice. Very nice. Okay, they carry 200. Nice. So yeah, 150, 160. Probably wouldn't have much of a problem. What is how much fuel are you landing with? Just act like you're sleeping in the chair if she opens the door. Yeah, I'll be like, this thing does lean back, like it goes fucking flat. Boston, Tampa. I'll be de-icing in Boston. Gotcha. Yeah. Take a little extra taxi fuel. Now, are you running live traffic? Because if so, I'd say add more taxi fuel. If not, you're not going to have to wait in line, then less. Now, here's a question for you. I mean, it's going to be kind of the way I'm going to say it. Probably going to make it a little obvious, but. Let's say you're departing Boston. Ramp is contaminated with slush, snow, whatever, right? Can you single engine taxi or two engine taxi? Even if it's a short taxi. Well, I guess short, you're not going to it anyways because it's pulled up and warmed up, but you know, if you're going to be de-icing, there's going to be extended taxi delays out of Boston, and the ramp taxiways are NOTAM 444 slush or 333 slush, compacted snow, anything like that. With the extended taxi delays, should you single engine taxi to save fuel. I think I'm gonna go direct Sea Dog just to shorten this thing up. Hopefully they'll do it on the ramp. All right, now let's say they don't. Let's say you gotta go to a pad. But there's gonna be like, you gotta go to the pad, and you're gonna have a lot of, you know, people de-icing, longer lines for, not really longer lines for takeoff, but longer lines taxiing to, you know, getting into the pad, getting de-iced, all that kind of stuff that adds time. Single engine or two engine. And if you're going to go with your answer of dual engine, then why? Okay, so if you're going to go with single, then why single? Getting you ready for your oral exam with the FA examiner as a dispatcher. And there ain't shit to look at on this flight. So that gets into the weeds a little bit. So at least at my airline, we have standard taxi fuel based off of a 2-engine taxi. And that quantity is based off of historical statistical data, and it can change with every flight. So obviously, like I said, it analyzes all past shit and it kind of comes up with an average standard taxi fuel, right? Again, based off of a 2-engine taxi. No, I take that back. It's based off of a single-engine taxi. So theoretically, as a dispatcher, if I'm dispatching and I'm planning a single engine taxi, and this taxi gets me 15 minutes, but I think it's going to be 30 minutes, I need to double that quantity, assuming they're going to taxi on a single engine. Let's say if it's a 15-minute taxi and it's based off of let's say it's 500 pounds, 15-minute taxi on a single engine, but now we got 2 engines. Like, for whatever reason, I'm going to plan a 2-engine taxi based off the fuel quantity. Then if I were doubling it for single engine, if I'm thinking it's going to be 30 minutes, then I would need to do the same for the other side. So like, let's say if it's, and this is not realistic as far as the quantity I'm about to say, but just to make it simpler to process. But let's say like 500 pounds is a 15-minute taxi on a single engine, and I think it's going to be 30 minutes but on 2 engines. Well, now I need to make that, add another 500 pounds for the engine that's already running, the number 1 engine, and then add another 1,000 pounds for the other engine, because like we're basically taking what we had, doubling that one, and then adding that same quantity for the other side would be 2,000 pounds. Again, that is not a realistic quantity, but just an example. Single does save fuel unless the conditions require dual to move safely, and so that is the correct answer. So if it's wet or dry, you're fine to single engine. If it's contaminated, you want 2 engine taxis. You don't want asymmetrical thrust on a contaminated slippery surface, right? If you got the number 1 engine in your taxi and just on the number 1, that's obviously going to be trying to push you to the right. Maybe you're trying to go left and you're not going to be able to, because now the nose wheel is just going to start sliding across the ground in the opposite direction and stuff like that, right? So symmetrical thrust is what you want in a contaminated ramp, taxiways, whatever. And obviously you find that information in the NOTAMs. How much fuel does single engine taxi save, and what about engine warm-up and cooldown? So, very good question. How much specifically? I mean, I guess you could argue almost half, because like you said, engine start, engine warm-up, engine cooldown. So theoretically you'd be saving half, or mostly half, but you have to take into consideration the time it takes to start up, as well as the time it takes for the warm-up. So if it's going to be a really short taxi, just start both, because it's also, when you're taxiing and you're also trying to start up engines, and then you have certain checklists, certain flows that can't happen until that second engine is started. So just by having to pay attention to that, you're increasing the workload. Task saturation can start to happen pretty quick, especially if it turns out to be a much shorter taxi than you anticipated. So like for me, if I know if it's going to be a really short taxi, I'm just going to start both. And I know a real life pilot's going to do the same shit. If it's even questionable if it can be short, or if it's going to be a 10-minute taxi or less, like we're starting both. Now, if it's going to be a little bit of a longer taxi, where you got to like go all the way to the other side of the airport or some shit, you can get rolling on 1 engine, get going, and then once you catch a good little straightaway, then you can start the number 2 engine. And maybe even like you're not close to the end of the runway yet, but you can at least get going sooner on 1 engine, and then once you're out of the ramp, you're on a taxiway, then start number 2. And then obviously if it's going to be a long taxi, then just fire up 1. COs are typically, I think, 3 minutes for warm-up. NEOs can be up to 5 minutes. So there's just things that you need to factor in, because like I said, there's certain flows and checklists that you can't do until you have that second engine started. So if it takes you, if you're in a CO and it takes 60 seconds to start the engine, plus another 3 minutes to warm up, those 3 minutes kind of go by faster than you would imagine. And so you're going to want to go ahead and get that thing fired up so that you can also do your before takeoff flow, before takeoff checklist, lineup checklist. Well shit, going back even further than that, once that second engine started, because before that you can't do your mini brief. I guess theoretically you could, but typically the flow, the sequencing of everything is second engine starts, start the timer, mini brief, flight controls, before takeoff flow, before takeoff checklist, lineup checklist, then you're going. So it's kind of just a timing act, kind of knowing how long it takes you to start the engine, knowing how long your engine warm-up's going to be, and then about how long and where you're at on the airport to do the rest of the items that you need to do, and hopefully have the warm-up done, have the rest of your items done before you get to in the runway, because if you don't, and you got people behind you, they're going to be fucking waiting on you because you mistimed it. So I'm planning 1,500 pound taxi, going to try and remote de-ice, though I don't know if that works in P3G. I'm pretty sure it does. Like in my airport, when engine warm up takes longer than the taxi. It's very possible. And at a airport like yours, you're not gonna have like a massive amount of fucking traffic behind you, you know, waiting on you. So whatever, go hold short, and you can just tell ATC like, hey, we just need a few minutes for a warm up, and then all right, cool, let me know when you're ready, let them know when you're ready, and then go. Roger that. Check in. So regarding your first screenshot, flying straight into the headwind, very often that's out of the pilot's control and the dispatcher's control. Does this thing auto descend? Let's see. I don't know. Actually, I think I gotta hit profile again. Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah, it's kind of out of the control of both, especially in places like Florida, such dense airspace. You're going to be on the preferred route, or whatever published ATC reroute is out. Let's see, second one. Spirit 609. Very interesting. And as you can see, like that route that JetBlue took is very similar to what this 891 is on. Like basically the same thing until it gets north of Tampa. But yeah, I don't know. Unless there was just too much volume and ATC decided to put JetBlue inland. And that kind of sucks too, is like as dispatchers we do what we can to plan a flight as efficient as possible, just for ATC to come in there and fuck it up, putting us on a longer route and shit like that. (4,600 feet per minute). Good thing we're flying boxes. Cabana. Say hello to a real life, a real breathing Delta Airlines dispatcher. What's going on, dude? Yeah, I shouldn't be. I have a delivery flight tomorrow. Well, not really tomorrow. The next morning after tomorrow. I think this thing's trying really hard to fucking catch up with profile. There's no reason why we should be fucking descending at 6,000 feet per minute. Anyways, yeah, I got a delivery flight on the morning of the 30th. 716 is coming over from Hamburg, 321 Neo. So tomorrow I'll go to work at 3 in the afternoon, and I won't get off until 9 a.m. Now, it's kind of my choice. Senor Jefe was like, hey, you know, flex your hours, do whatever you need to do for the delivery. I was like, nah, mom ain't raised no bitch. Plus, I got shit to do for the delivery at 3 o'clock when I get to work. So, I shouldn't be awake, but I got home. I wanted to get a stream in and hang out with y'all and maybe drink a couple beers. So, what are you doing up? Planning more 717s of max fuel? The only traffic is a few fighter jets from the Air National Guard and whoever is catching a mid-air flight. And dude, you'd be surprised, even like all times of the day. I don't know what this shit's about. It better be the like missed approach or something. Ah, it's that fucking con shit. This one up good. Well, I guess we'll see what happens. And we should probably get some engine anti-ice on. And we're overspeeding. Do the dispatchers order the catering? No. We don't. That is operations. Like if you tell a dispatcher to order catering, like that is a huge insult. Now Part 135 charter flight dispatchers do. They do like they're like crew scheduling, they're like ordering up hotels for the crews, they're doing catering, fuel, all the things. So Roscoe, looking at your OFP. Dispatch wrong side, Blake. I love it. 11:15. It's 10:28. You got a departure time of 45 minutes. Nice, good, good. Realistic. Alright, so I'm going to run you through the ringer. What is the reason for the dispatch ad? Now this is a question that sometimes if I feel like a dispatcher is full of shit and they're putting fuel for no good reason, I'm going to ask them, like, what's your fuel for? What's your dispatch fuel? What contingencies, what known constraints are you planning for? So I'd like to know that. Taxi at 1500, main block 25, got 5 minutes of extra, total 26.3, estimated fuel on board on arrivals 8.0, not unrealistic for a 321, FL 380, plan 0 posts 144.145, What format is this? Is this Lido, or is this like the JetBlue format? It's one thing I like about ours, which this is United, but ours is very similar, is that it puts all the weights, it puts your actual and your max side by side, so you can directly compare, which I love that, because I need simplicity in life. I'm a dum-dum. We'll be entering stereo dispatch here in a moment. Other than that, scheduled CI 40, not outrageous. If you're having an on-time departure, for us, we're typically doing CI. I mean, our software will optimize the CI based off of A14, which is on-time performance statistic on behalf of the fucking DOT. So it'll speed up, slow down the airplane as needed for best on-time performance, along with most fuel efficiency and time efficiency. Average wind 284.68. That's sweet, man. You want to fly like the real life counterpart. MEL list, none. Very good. Clean airplane. Taxi fuel for 1500 for remote de-ice, possible delay. Look at you actually putting remarks. 30 minutes contingency fuel for possible weather avoidance. Okay. So for your weather avoidance, we're talking about this stuff here. I'm gonna show you kind of how dispatchers would assess this in the need for extra gas. I should probably put more focus on flying an airplane, but I'm gonna show you this, and then I'm gonna pay attention to the plane. Weather. There's 2970. So when it comes to weather, now this is going to be hard for you to do in a way. Maybe it's existence in brief. High cloud tops. So the main thing with weather that we're worried about is the tops. Can we get above it? If we can get above it, cool, we're going to fly over it. If we can't, we're going to go around it. So SimBrief has this option, high cloud tops. It's not the best, but it does show you here, like the tops over here. No, let me. I think that's up to date because I don't know. Anyways, it tells you the tops: 32,200 feet over there, 25,000 here, 30,000 there. And this stuff is just rain and frozen precip, so you wouldn't ever deviate around it. Obviously, you're going to have engine anti-ice on, possibly wing if you get into some bad icing, but for the most part, you're not going to be deviating. The way that we kind of do it in real life is we have a tool in our Flight Explorer, which I believe, I don't remember if JetBlue uses Flight Explorer or Fusion. They'll have a similar thing, if not. We'll do reflectivity, see what's out there. Not much out there. Let's look at winter. So lower lying precip, if it were higher, it would reflect more. It's lower. So now I'm gonna change this to single radar so that I can activate my little tool I'm talking about. Ah, fuck, wrong shit. To bleed off some altitude. Anyways, so single radar. I'm gonna turn on the Boston weather radar, and we'll go to a thing called Echo Tops, and we can look at Echo Tops. There's a little magnifying glass, and it'll tell us 16,000 feet on that one. Let's keep working our way south. 11, 10, 12, 13,000 until we're basically out of it. So very low tops, you would just climb right through that stuff. You wouldn't really deviate. Now, on a flight, going down the eastern corridor of the United States, no matter what, beautiful VFR day, you still want extra gas. There's so much traffic volume that it's inevitable, unless you're flying super late at night. You're going to be metered, you're going to be vectored for spacing, shit like that. So having extra gas is not necessarily a bad thing, especially on flying from the northeast to Florida, regardless of the city pair. It's just the reasoning specified in the dispatch remarks doesn't necessarily hold up. But again, you're not a real life dispatcher. You don't have the real life tools to make those decisions, and the fact that you even put in dispatch remarks, I love that from the get-go. That's one of my big pet peeves as a dispatcher and as a manager that I like to see is if you're putting gas on the airplane, you should be like, there's a reason, right? Like, contingency fuel is for contingencies, known anticipated constraints. Constraint is any condition that may delay the landing of an aircraft. So with that said, if we're putting extra gas, there's a reason for it, and if there's a reason for it, we should be telling the pilots what it is, as specifically as we can, preferably without writing a fucking, like an essay, but more specifics the better. But specifics that like they can, put it together in their mind and not come out with more questions than before they read it. So like if it's turbulence, it'll be like dispatch add fuel for possible altitude deviations between here and here. Turbulence is at this altitude to this altitude. Light, occasional, moderate, stuff like that. Or dispatch add fuel for weather deviations between here and here. Line of weather, or scattered thunderstorms, isolated thunderstorms, whatever the case, right? And you just kind of paint the picture for them so they know what they're getting into, and we're proactively and efficiently communicating with them. Alright, I'm going to pay attention to the airplane, because I've only had one successful flight in this fucking plane. I don't want to try to switch it. Let's go direct box total. Leaving all that shit in there. Oh, because there's it doubled. That's why. Fuck me. There we go. Now it's cleaned up nicely. Cool. All right. Is there a fix? Alright, back to nighttime. A lot of live weather. Mama ain't raising no bitch. Oh fucking forgot we're still in heading mode. This ain't a modern bus that automatically switches to nav mode. You have to manually do it. Where's our fucking line? Current weather in Portland, winds 360 at 12 knots, 2 statute miles, light snow, mist, few at 1,000, overcast 2,700. I have us a crosswind. Our plane's going where it's supposed to go, because there ain't. Seems like it is. Oh, this fucking thing. My fucking internet ain't going now. So we are headed to Buxo, even though glitched out and got rid of our fucking route. What do I gotta do to get this motherfucker to go into selected speed? I kind of need to slow down. Still can't get this bitch in there. There we go. Oh, it still ain't moving. Okay, it looks like it's working. This is gonna be a struggle. this out. We'll go auto brake medium. I just had it in the wrong shit. Aviation Geek, what's going on, dude? Great to see you, man. Welcome, welcome. Good morning to you. Top of the morning to you. Alright. So far we've been successful. Can we finish it off? That's what she said. Alright, once we get on establish a final approach course, switch it over to ILS. Actually, let's do that now. This might be getting too high. Look star. Down this has. No, level good. Okay, okay. Alright guys, hopefully I will see y'all on the ground. I'm gonna try to record this. Glide slope star. Let's go gear down. Don't know what our approach shit is. Fuck this up. Be at 134. Let's call it 140. How's the feet stable? Don't know how to get rid of the fucking autopilot. Can't see shit. That's what I was worried about, these fucking throttles. It's like balls to the wall or nothing. That's gonna fuck up my pitch. Nothing I can do about it. We'll just go back and forth between Toga. Use my Bravo throttle. 100. 30, 20, 10, 9. Not bad for first landing. Ladies and gentlemen, we have somehow successfully made it. We have conquered the A300 one time. Just once. cool if you could open the fucking door from here. Guys, I can't believe it. We actually successfully landed this fucking airplane. 4 wins. Just gotta open the window, reach out, snap the wipers, get the ice off. Yeah, no dance smoke tonight. So let's real quick. Let's run a really fast replay. I need to get to bed. Right, stupidly long day coming up. Basically 4 slots, so I guess. Yeah, this works just as good as the Airbus. Airbus might do what the fuck, man. Just have fucking flaps, man. Doesn't get rid of my face. And then, I said we're gonna do just a couple of replays. Oh, man, why is that fucking... Alright. I want a screenshot. Yeah, I don't know how I'm gonna fly this airplane in the future. Because the throttles, once I get up to about 50%, anything after that is just toga. It skips everything else. Yeah, we got it on the ground. I did forget to close out Blue Sky. Gave us a 205 foot per minute landing. We made $97,000. And I just had this little wrong way airways just for whenever I stream, just to kind of throw something in there to to assess the landing. Say the Lancer says 187. I'm guessing. I don't know what this is. Either a 187 or a 47. I'll take either one. Alright, let's get one more replay and that's going to be it, guys. Guys, I hope y'all have a great Monday. Hope you have a great week. I'm going to be quite busy over the next few days, but I am off again on Wednesday. No, Thursday. I'm off Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So we'll get some streams in on Thursday and Friday. As always, until next time, guys, be good at it. Keep it on the wrong side. Oh, that was a 10. I guess it was. Well, shit. What do you know? Anyways, guys, be good at it. Have a great weekend or a great week, and I will see y'all on the next one. Peace.